without giving it too much thought, I wanted to do something. First off, I'm going to have a link down below in the description box to credit where I'm getting this from. It's Bleacher Report. This is the WrestleMania 40 early predictions for announced matches on the card. So let's go over it, see what they say, and if I agree, and if you agree. For two reasons I want to know if you agree. The first one, because I'm legitimately curious to know. And second of all, the ulterior motive is the more comments I get on a video, the more it pushes the algorithm for my video to maybe go from 10 views to 20. So here we go. It's called the Undercard Predictions. Let me zoom this in more. There we go. Looking good. All right. Bebe versus Io Sky. The prediction is that Bayley wins the title. And I am on board with that. I agree. That's my prediction as well. Women's World Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. Prediction, Rhea Ripley retains. And I also agree with that prediction as well. I love Becky Lynch. I love Rhea Ripley. But I want Ripley to have an almost Roman Reigns-like reign within reason. Because, oh man, she's awesome. Triple Threat United States Championship match. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. And the prediction is that somehow Paul retains. And whether or not it's I want him to or not is actually besides the point. I somehow get the inkling that he's going to retain. So that's kind of my prediction too. Again, my predictions aren't always reflective of what I necessarily want. It's what I feel the business is going to end up doing. I'd love for it to be Kevin Owens, Randy. I have a feeling it's going to be Logan Paul. The Intercontinental Championship match between Zayn and Gunther. My prediction as well is that Gunther retains. That is absolutely more than likely what is going to happen there. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. My prediction again is that Jey Uso wins. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship 6-pack ladder match. Right now I'm working on a 2-pack. DIY versus The New Day versus New Catch Republic versus Awesome Truth versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory versus Judgment Day. My prediction again, is that Awesome Truth is going to win. I would love for that to be the case. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. My prediction again, same as this, is that LA Knight is going to win. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi versus Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. Prediction, same thing again. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi win. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. I don't know why I do that. And Dominic Mysterio. Prediction, Mysterio and Lee win. However, I'm going to throw in a little bit of a curveball, and I could be wrong. Ooh. I hope Carlito does not go sideways and turns heel. I really hope that doesn't happen. But that's about the only added element. But just because, even Santos on his Twitter went on about the face on Carlito's face. The look on his face when he wasn't announced and the crowd was chanting Carlito. I really just hope that that's all it was. Disappointment, but it doesn't mean that he's going to go hog wild and go completely bonkers on Rey Mysterio. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns on night 1. Now there's a whole blah 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 spiel here. We're not going to bother getting into that because we don't want this video to be a half hour long like the rest of my videos. We don't want that. Prediction, Roman Reigns and Rock, and I predict that as well, is that they will win, and that'll set up for the extra chaos that'll ensue on night 2. I did that on purpose because it was going to rhyme, but I didn't overthink it. I just made that up on the spot. And then that way, with the final prediction, well, it's not the final prediction. We'll get to that in a second. McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Same thing here. I completely agree here that I truly believe McIntyre is too hot right now to not win the title. He's going to win it, and then he's going to hold on to it until maybe Punk comes back, and then you're going to have Punk versus McIntyre. Punk's going to win the title. Then Punk is going to go ahead and face Seth Rollins maybe again. I don't know. These are just whatever you want to call them, predictions. I'm just talking out loud. Point is, again, with Bleacher Report, I can totally see McIntyre absolutely winning the title. Yep. And then, here it is. The story of all stories. I believe that Cody Rhodes wins the title. Just like the Bleacher Report does. Rhodes wins here, ends the epic 3-year run of the Tribal Chief. Finally gets his pyro-filled celebration to close out the broadcast. And that's it. Roman Reigns had a historic reign, and he doesn't need to beat Hulk Hogan's record. He would have to hold it until almost Royal Rumble. You're not going to end one of the longest streaks in the history of the business at Royal Rumble. No offense. You're not. What are you going to do? Hold on to it for another year? I don't think so. I think we're going crazy with all these people holding on to these titles for a very long time. So yeah, so essentially, that's it. I do agree with all the predictions. However, like I said in the case of the one with Santos there and Rey Mysterio potentially having something to do with Carlito, still the same outcome, but I don't know if we're going to see something there more with Carlito. And again, although I do predict that Rhodes is going to win, my ultimate thing, and then I'm done this video, and to be honest with you, I've probably already said this, and hopefully I'm not repeating myself too much. I'm well under the 10-minute mark here. Let's try to wrap this up. I believe that The Rock is going to turn on Roman and make sure that, I don't know, that things are just evened out, if that makes any sense. So he's not giving Cody the win. Cody's earning it on his own, but he's going to be the equalizer, if you will. And it may not seem like much sense, but it's that whole thing that I stated once. The whole backstage brawl on Monday Night Raw, everything was a plot. It was a swerve. The whole time Cody was in on it. It was the ultimate sacrifice to get inside of Roman Reigns' head, to have him unequivocally, unquestionably, undoubtedly in his mind that The Rock is on board with Roman Reigns. He's acknowledged him as his tribal chief. He beat the piss out of Cody, made him bleed. This, that, and the other thing, went off on the fans, turned heel for like a month and a half. There's no way he's just going to turn on me, but it is the ultimate sacrifice, because just like Chad Gables told Sami Zayn, it's not just a physical game. And in the real world, in a street fight, a lot of it is the same as well. It's a mental game. And if you can get in Roman Reigns' head, or not get certain things in Roman Reigns' head when they should be, that can give you a psychological advantage and help balance things out from the goosiness that Roman Reigns likes to put on. I could be completely full of shit. This is just me talking out of my ass. This is maybe why I'm not head of creative, right? I'm not saying I have these great ideas or anything like that. They're just my thoughts, my feelings. Sometimes what I hope happens. Sometimes not necessarily what I hope happens, but just what I think is going to happen. But ultimately, in the end, I do love heel Rock. But I hope he comes full circle, comes back as the good guy. Or he stays heel, and in some weird-ass twist, Roman Reigns at some point becomes a face again. I don't know. Sometimes some characters, I believe, need a little switch up. Some of them I don't believe need it. I don't want CM Punk to switch. I don't want... Anyways, that could be another video for another day. So there you have it. What do you think? Let me know down below. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Oh my god, it's almost 10 minutes. Quick, quick. It's over. Thumbs down. If you didn't like it, subscribe if you want. If not, whatever. Goodbye.